Hey fellow agents, this is Agent Smith and we are playing Ripper. We're currently inside of Falcon Eddie's well, looking at a book, and we found some information in here, found a puzzle or two, and we found a bunch of stuff talking to Wofford and a lot of items we needed for weapons and everything else. But I'm going to back out of this well here real quick, and we're going to go ahead and check the rest of the wells that are available for us to look into.
Exit cyberspace.
Apparently that was the last one.
Weapon 3.
We got weapon 3. I'm going to pan through these real quick and see if there's anything else. We did the Berman well. And Wofford well. I think I have all parts, so I want to go talk to him real quick, all the stuff that he needed to get the weapon created.
You don't have me to look after you anymore.
Okay, that wasn't it. So, let's back out and see if we have what we need for Kane. I feel like I might have missed a well somewhere. That's why I'm double checking through everything.
Kane's well.
Let's go and talk to Kane real quick. He's supposed to have ourselves one more.
Yeah, I've got the address where you'll find an antiviral utility that can erase anything the Ripper zaps you with. Anything.
I knew it was a good idea
the
to talk to him
address is
again.
Exterminator. Same deal as with the sensor, though. You have to melt the ice
Exterminator.
protecting it.
Once I have that, he won't be able to touch me.
No, it means he won't be able to insert code into your matrix. It just means he'll have to get right into your face to kill you in the net. Don't get cocky, or they'll be picking your lungs out of a shag carpet somewhere.
Okay, so you can't insert code into me.
If you change your mind about catching the Ripper, I can bury you in the net so deep that even Cyber Psycho won't be able to find you.
Let's back out now. Let's find the well that he's looking for. I'm gonna guess based on the name, because these wells are pretty, they're pretty accurate to their passwords, that it's a skull back here.
Wofford well. Antiviral well.
See, that makes sense. Death and extermination. Alright. Exterminator. Okay. What are we doing here? Yo, they're changing over time. You gotta be quick. I think I gotta try to get across this thing. Are reds okay? And I'm assuming the skulls will kill me. Is that gonna stay? Yes. Okay, back up. Boom. Got lucky on the first fucking try. Where do I go? Oh, okay. Wasn't letting me do anything for a minute there. Antiviral. Makes my fingers long. A finger longer. Okay. So that's all done. Do I need to talk to him again? That's the question. Let me go double check with him real quick. If it passes by.
Kane's well.
See if there's anything else he's got to say. Now that I've got all the parts, right?
I have the antiviral utility.
Just remember what I told you. This stuff will prevent the Ripper from doing his long-distance number on you, but the Ripper can still kill you if you let him or her get too close to you.
Right. Okay. So that's all you were good for? And I got all the other ones. I think we're done in the cyberspace bits here. I guess I could have done this in the last episode for you guys, but it would be harder than it was, so everything was so rough. Let's check out what we have in our database. Oh yeah, all kinds of shit. Antiviral software. of our audio editing software, an audio
The
file.
stage is set. The roles are cast for the next game of Ripper. Let the mystery begin.
That
These
sounds-
will be my last game master notes for Ripper. Magnata, Claire, Mendler, Stephanie Jordan, Estevez, Josie Dorset, and myself were playing. This is the final game. It began like any other.
Really?
It's on there free. I don't find me a tough soon. I'll be on my feet all night.
Be careful, Marie Kelly. The Ripper is still at large.
It's been 3 weeks since he struck. Doc Annie heard that he killed himself. They pulled a body from the Thames. Cut his own throat, he did.
Believe that if you want. I'm going to Spiderfields. Find a pub, a little rum.
The night is too cold.
I was gonna say, we're listening to the whole game.
You're looking for a goat then, are you? What's in your bag?
Something you won't like.
Without warning, the simulation had become reality, and the death was real.
I've lost her. She's flatlined. Who was playing Mary Kelly?
It's Josie. She and I switched.
Who are you?
It's me, Claire.
No! Who the fuck did this? How did this happen? How could this have happened?
Oh.
We never learned the answer to that question. The Ripper had claimed his hunting ground, and now those who played that game must live in fear of when the Ripper will next strike.
Interesting. So it was all an accident, essentially, in code, or somebody did something with their stuff. We don't need the circuit manual. Ugh, I always click this fucking mug for no reason. J. Dorsey.
Salisbury.
Or Salisbury, excuse
I wonder
me,
what that
wrong one.
means.
Compression software. We've got this document, which is the ones that are scanned from the... Ooh, this might have our handwriting stuff on them. No, not that one. But this is the stuff I got from the bank on the last episode. The handwriting is there, so maybe I need to go talk to Soap next. We've got this handwriting, and this handwriting are, in my opinion, real fucking similar. Look at the W's, the A, lowercase a's. That's a V. Look at the W's. Please tell me there's a W for me to utilize in here. There's not. I bet these are the two that I need, though. We have her original electronic journal, which consisted of 6 entries, with a secondary one that had a 7th one. We had the electronic ledger, which we had actually seen this same one in those documents that was a paper. The picture that implies Falcon Eddie. We have a prescription pad. Ooh, but that's also a signature. So we do have more. It could be from this. The C's. The C's in this document and the C's in this one are similar, which could indicate that Claire is it. We have the scanning of the knives, our sensor software, the sound sample that I used of her, which allows me to edit if I needed ever to use her voice. We also have the 3 parts of the weapon. So that's all of that. So, with that, I think I'm going to go to Soaps, because I think I have enough data, handwriting analysis data, from the bank statements and everything else, to put 2 and 2 together, or at least put an implication, or at least give us some direction on who it might be. Although I still think Catherine's involved. I'm starting to think Catherine's involved, should I say. Or someone's using their tap-in to make it look like her, which would make sense as well. Either way, let's slow-ass walk over to Soap here and see if maybe we have enough data for him to be able to get a handprint analysis, or, excuse me, handwriting analysis out of this. What you got for me?
Wow.
That's better.
Looks like we got a match here.
There we go.
The handwriting on Dr. Burton's prescription pad matches all the signatures of the Simeon corporate officers. They tried to disguise the handwriting, but there's no doubt about it. It's the same person.
Burton's the only one with control of Simeon Tech.
But she practically signed her name to it.
So then that means the Berman Corporation's been paying to Simian Tech. Is that what I got on my electronic ledger? Debit account is owned by Berman. Credited account is Simian. So, who owns the Berman account? Which document did I have that said that? Berman Limited. This shows that, and some of these match up. 5 gig, subject 1 terminal images, 2 terabytes, subject 1 organ failure, subject 2 moment of death, subject 3 ancillary data. I didn't read this fully. For hypothalamus, and subject 3's core memory. Tech and Adrian Wood. That makes it look like there's more. Interesting. Who else can I go to? I don't have a reason to go to many of these places anymore. I'm gonna go back to my newsroom and see if there's some more stuff I can do, utilize, possibly jump back onto the network and see. There's a couple of places on the network that I haven't been to, and there's got to be a way to get to them. I think I've done everything I can, everything anybody's told me to do, so I'm not quite sure what else I'm waiting on. Unless it's another whack transmission. In which case, I'm not 100%. Let me see if I've got anything else. I have another computer terminal over here that I never messed with, but it keeps on letting me look at it. So maybe there's something here, or possibly in the one in the back, but that wouldn't make sense either. I don't know. Let's check this one out. I never fuck with this computer on the right beforehand, so... but all the computer systems seem to be functioning now, so... no, that's not it there. I take a look around and see if there's anything I'm missing in here. There's nothing there. I'm gonna go to Cafe du Champ and start working my way straight down the list of people and places and see if I can talk to anybody anymore. I've seen that the dude that was at Cafe du Champ is back, and he is also a network hacker, so maybe, like Soap, he can give me some information or point me in the right direction. Maybe not. I don't know. Oh, okay, no, wait. Yes, maybe. Oh, yep. Okay, cool. You know what? I guess I should have done this before. I didn't realize I had to take 2 steps in. This last episode, I came in here and I didn't talk to this guy because it didn't trigger. Apparently, I had to take 2 steps into the door to actually talk to him.
Do you know anything about a Jack the Ripper VR role-playing game?
Yeah, I remember that one. One of the first virtual multiplayer games. Wildly popular for about a year. Lousy performance, funky graphics, but great gameplay.
No, it's a role-playing game, so people pretend to be Jack the Ripper?
It's like
Played
Among
Jack
Us.
or a police inspector, one of the prostitutes he murdered. There were dozens of scenarios. A company called Warp Space designed it. Funny.
It's a place I haven't been.
Successful as that game was, they just pulled it off the market, never re-released it. They archive a lot of this stuff at well-addressed Warp.
Seems strange.
Companies usually squeeze everything they can out of their successful titles. But Warp Space re-released everything except this one title. Something must have happened.
What if one of our people owns Warp Space and they're utilizing it for that?
Did Falconetti ever play this Ripper game?
He was crazy for it. Big Jack the Ripper nut. In fact, I played it with him and his friends on one occasion.
Friends. Were 2 of them named Claire Burton and Vincent Magnotta?
Doesn't ring a bell. But there were 8 of them playing the Ripper game all the time. Men and women. I only met them all in person once. Usually I just met their data angels in the Ripper game space. Everyone had C-space handles like Balfour and Victoria.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. I thought so.
Falcor. Nice references. Anyway. Ask if he's familiar.
Are you familiar with the Web Runners?
Web Runners?
They used to
Yeah,
play. He
heard
literally
of them.
just said
A
that.
bunch of chicken shit kids. Think they stand for something but waste their time playing games.
Did you know that Falconetti used to hang with them?
That's right. Yeah, that fits. Because he was quite a chicken shit himself back then.
I think that's the pieces of information I needed. Let's jump back to the newsroom and get into the Warp Space webpage or well, should I say, since that's what they call them here. There we go.
Warp Space
Is opened up for us. And I think he said what the password was warp. Zoop. Let's go to this company. I would have thought it was WARP, like some kind of radio station. WARP. Okay. Oh, hello. Warpspace Technologies. Ripper, a multiplayer VR adventure. 2023. Warpspace Technologies Incorporated, all rights reserved. Advanced Custom Edition Release 6.0. Source code access list. December 2025. Bladeband is A. Cooper. Holmes was T. Beckett. Watson was Orlini. Beaverbrook Falcon. Like Falconetti? Maybe. Black Rose is CZ Hunt. Disarelli, J. Dorset. I know that one. Falstaff is B. Wayne. Sir Duke is Mags. Hal is Cleese. A lot of these names fit. Churchill was Burton. Supper Mine was R. Murdoch. Or, excuse me, R. Dornock. Ringo was P. Best. Beefeater was C. Short. Clarence was listed as unknown. An illegal login. Game closed and taken offline due to fatality on December 23rd. So who's Clarence? Is that it? What is this? President Satan. Genesis, the ultimate something game. Alien Mothers. Virtual Twister. What about President Satan? That was one of the games that was mentioned, actually. Warp Space. Who created that? Oh, jeez. Oh, so much information has been given to me in this game. President Satan was one of the people that made that. Well, we need to get out of cyberspace. We don't need to be in here now. We need to go talk to somebody for real. The doctor's here. I wonder if... Well, I guess I can't technically do anything with her recording device, because if I do that, then she's going to know I have it. So let's see if I can talk to her directly. It's been a minute.
Not now.
Not now, nothing.
I got some questions and I want some answers.
Got a lot of questions.
Don't you want to prove
been looking for you, in fact.
Oh, so that's the game. If I don't answer, you make me look bad in public, huh?
Something like that.
That's usually how it goes.
You have 5 minutes.
All right. Let's go with the whole list.
I want to know more about this secret lab of yours.
Haven't we been through this?
Not all of it. I've been digging through some Pan Financial accounts.
Mm-hmm.
Do Simeon Industries or Berman Limited mean anything to you?
Been talking to your editor, have you? What did Mr. Dodds tell you?
Dodds? I mean, what's he got to do with this?
Yeah.
Dodds didn't tell you? Wow, an honest reporter, that's a first. I went to Pan Financial for research funding. They gave me a grant, but it came with a price. My research involved translating brain images directly into audio and video output. The bank wanted me to create a program that would allow them to implant subliminal messages into targeted brains while they were interfacing with cyberspace. I started thinking that with a few minor adjustments, there were other things the program could do to a human brain. Other things that it could make a person do.
Like make them blow up?
Maybe. That's just one more reason I'm going to shut down this whole operation.
Are you working with the cops?
Pan Financial owns the cops. Your editor's going to break the story in the Herald. What really worries me is that I think someone broke into my research well a few months ago and may have stolen my notes.
Or you think the Ripper did it?
I hope not. If he used my notes to construct his murder weapon, I'm as guilty as he is.
Not necessarily. Okay. Just maybe she isn't the killer then. Maybe? Somehow it's the editor?
What happened in that last Ripper game 15 years ago?
don't know. It happened so quickly. We heard Josie Dorsett scream. When we found her, she was dead. At first, we thought Joey had introduced something new into the game. But she really was dead.
Why would someone want Josie dead?
I think the killer thought she was me.
Well, how do you figure?
Because right before the game started, Josie and I switched parts. It should have been me who was killed.
Well, why would someone want to kill you?
I don't know.
Jealousy.
Maybe because I've had trouble with men.
Now we're pointing it back to Magnata at this point.
Do you think the person that killed Josie is our Ripper?
Well, there's obviously some connection.
Who do you think did it?
Who's left? Magnata or Joey? They're both crazy.
They all think it's each other,
I'm
though.
next on the list. And I can't even go to the cops unless I have some evidence on one of those two. But I'm not going to just wait to be slaughtered.
But you realize, Doctor, that from where I stand, you're just as much a suspect as those two.
Exactly, if not more.
I realize that. So go stand somewhere else.
Oh, I'm not done talking to you, lady.
Take a look at this.
What's this?
Magnata says Falconetti's the Ripper. Says the cop angels put this together.
The police did it before us? No way. Use your head, Quinlan. How'd they get access?
Yeah, well, Magnata's got Falconetti in jail, and he's gonna hang him with this. I mean, fine by me if he's the killer, but what if he's not?
There must be some photo processor or
I gotta go to
something in the
prison.
newspaper that could tell you if this thing is real.
Well, I don't know anything about image analysis.
Well, Nosy, you better find out. Or an innocent man will die and the Ripper will still be free.
Right.
Well, I gotta talk to Soap for that.
If the Ripper is killing from cyberspace, how could Catherine have survived?
That's a mystery in itself. If the Ripper was striking long distance for the first time, then he may have made a mistake. Also, your girlfriend has abnormally strong psychic defenses.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
In a psychic sense, she may have fought the Ripper off before he could kill her.
That's just some hippy-dippy shit, though.
Not now, Quinlan.
Yes, I know you're busy. I'm still recording you. I mean, I'll be seeing you later just in case anything weird happens. I'll not know anything about that. Let's go check Catherine real quick. Then we gotta talk to Soap. Alright, I'll show you what any of this will jog her memory.
Alright, things are getting pretty complicated here. 15 years ago, Magnata, Burton, and Eddie used to play this virtual reality role-playing game based on Jack the Ripper. In the last game they played, someone got killed for real. That was the Ripper's first victim. I mean, this goes way back, further than we thought.
No response?
Who is Clarence?
Clarence, I'm not sure. I think he's one of Magnata's handles, but it's hard to tell. I mean, he knows how to cover his tracks better than most, and he's a much better decker than he lets on.
It sounds familiar like that.
Who was Josie Dorsett?
Josie. Why did they kill her? Why did they kill
Catherine.
Josie?
Who was she?
They killed her. Why did they do it? Why? Why?
Catherine. Who was she?
She was my mother.
Oh,
She was my
shit.
mother!
How can that be? I mean, your name is not Dorsett.
How? Maiden name. She went back to it after my father left and they killed her. Why did you make me remember that day?
That tells me all I need. She's a fucking killer. I'll see you later.
Have you seen the Ripper image? It's become much clearer. You've got to keep digging for more information Powell might have had on the Ripper. We'll keep doing our part. I'm about to download her Myers-Briggs profile, so we'll see what that gives us. But we need more, lots more, to pull this off.
Lots more? I don't know how much more I can give you, bro. But where do I find that image at? Is it here? Or is it on the other system? Because I haven't seen that image. Did he just give me an image? I'm fully in the belief that it's her now. She's related to one of the people who died. Let's see.
The stages.
I got too much shit. Still don't think that's our picture, though. Maybe it's on the computer over here. On the outside of this room. Where we at now on this. Is it? No. Oh, it's nothing? Oh. How do I go about seeing the image? I'm gonna stay on track. We're gonna go talk to Soap.
You can't keep coming around here, Quinlan. You're gonna put me on the Ripper's list.
Okay. Then the newsroom? The police station. Aha.
Look, Lou, I can prove I'm not guilty if you just help me out. I need you to run a check on this guy named Vigo Haman.
Come on, Quinlan, okay? I got 5 years till retirement, all right? I got 2 kids in college. I got an enlarged prostate. Why should I go out on a limb for you?
It'll only take 20 seconds. Look, I know that good police work is a forgotten art, but you're my only hope that it's not completely dead.
I don't need to run a computer check on this, Haman. I know who he is. I know who he is.
Really?
Tell me about Vigo Haman.
He's a made man in the Soho mob. He deals in smart drugs, pirated C-space codes, you know, a lot of dirty stuff. But we haven't been able to nail him.
Okay.
Where can I find this guy, Haman?
A joint called Cafe de Champ. You ever hear of it?
Duchamp, yeah, no, I've heard of it. I've been there a few times. What's he look like? Maybe I've seen him.
Big guy, got a beard, kind of swarthy.
Sits in the back, heavy accent.
That's him.
Never seen him. But thank you for your information. The Cafe du Champ. Finally, Jean Rhys-Davies. I didn't think he'd ever show up in this game.
I'm Jake Quinlan from the Herald. Your name, Haman?
Mr. Quinlan. I know your work well. Please,
I know your work well.
Now, let me tell you how you fuck me. And how I'm going to fuck you. Tea? Once upon a time, you wrote a piece about a man, an acquaintance of mine named Schultz. Do you remember that particular story?
Well, I read a lot of stories.
But this one was special. Schultz, the sausage stuffer, he called it. You have such a way with letters. Schultz was a meat packer who had the ingenious idea of using the discarded intestines of various and sundry bovines to transport, shall we say, illicit pharmaceuticals.
And you knew the man?
Dear Mr. Quinlan, Schultz was a meat packer, a butcher, a bovine himself. I own Mr. Schultz. When your story revealed exactly how bad sausage was for the health of the citizenry, Mr. Schultz was out of business.
Oh, I fucked him.
I was out of business! And you followed for 3 months while I considered my...
It's the most acting that's been done in this whole thing.
Is this a bad time because I can always come back?
Absolutely not. Now for the fun part. This is where I get to tell you how I'm going to fuck you.
Will there be actual fucking involved?
Very amusing, Mr. Quinlan, but I don't...
I was kind of worried too.
I own you now. Instead of killing you, I decided that I should rather own a reporter. That way I might better avoid future, shall we say, disadvantageous publicity.
Only. What'd you have in that teacup, anyway?
Well, for all intents and purposes, your ass, my boy. You couldn't print anything on me if you wanted.
Okay.
Now let me ask you something. How well do you know Mr. Dodds?
Ben Dodds. What's he have to do with this?
We're coming back to Dodds again.
Dark and stormy night, Mr. Quinn. A young woman was sobbing before the desk of her father. Her father was the city's most respected editor, one Benjamin Dodds. The woman should have been shedding tears of joy. She had just won national acclaim for a brilliant expose on the city's fledgling mayor. Eventually it led to his expulsion. But on that particular evening she was crying, because her father had just discovered that her story was based on research that never took place. Sources that didn't exist.
You're lying.
On the contrary, Ben Dodds is the liar.
Okay.
In fact, worse, you see, he managed to hush the whole affair up. Not a word of retraction or correction ever saw the light of day. Not even when the ex-mayor subsequently killed himself.
What?
A story that the Herald did write. Now, how do you think the world would react, Mr. Quinlan, should it be discovered that the respected Ben Dodds, held by his peers as the paradigm of journalistic integrity, had actually perpetrated an untrue story that resulted in a man's death, and did so as an act of nepotism?
Then I guess we have an understanding. I won't print anything about you. For now.
Could I please get information from you? Holy crap, well, that was a long introduction to who he was, and he also talks real freaking quiet, but that's John Rhys-Davies, who's better known from I don't know, actually along with Karen Allen, he was in Indiana Jones and many other movies. He's also played in a lot of video games before too. I think he's actually been in Wing Commander, some of the 3 and 4 when they were doing live action stuff. John Rhys-Davies was always willing to jump in and work with anything he can. So, but yeah, love his stuff. I was wondering when he'd pop up, his name came up in the credits. I was like, how far into this is this? But the way he talks, it's almost like we should know a lot about him, and I've only seen his name pop up in information like once or twice. So I really didn't think he was significant. His Vigo Hammond name. I expected it to be somebody else. Either way, continuing.
You're up to something with a cyberspace outlaw named Falconetti. I think it has to do with the Ripper. You want to tell me about it?
There's nothing to tell you about.
Well, you were involved with Falconetti.
Mr. Falconetti, I have heard of him, but I have no connection with him.
Okay. I'll buff him.
Falconetti told me about your little arrangement.
You're a liar, Mr. Quinlan. I don't even know a Mr. Falconetti.
Well, he knows you, and he linked you to the Ripper.
Falconetti is a profane psychotic.
So you do know him.
Just said you didn't know him.
Enough to call him a psychotic, I suppose. I find these questions have become tiresome, Mr. Quinlan. I bid you good day, sir.
I wonder if I messed that up or not.
I find these questions have become...
Okay. Alright. I get you. Let's get back to the newsroom real quick, because I'm pretty sure that Dodds has some answering to do. But before we go in and jump in and talk to him, actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and stop this episode here. I'm not sure what the length is. I'm recording for a little under an hour. But it was a lot of like, where the fuck do I go next in this one? So either way, I think we're actually getting to a closure moment here, or at least close to it. I think we're getting close to the end of this, so that's what I'm saying. And yeah. So due to that, I think I'm going to go ahead and leave this episode here. I hope that you guys have been enjoying this, and if you have, I will see you in the next one, where we should finalize the Ripper. Have a great day. Oh, hey. I see that you guys are done with this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, you can see another one over here on the right hand side. And of course, we've also got one on the left as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.